Hey, are you an employee whom you find yourself in that cycle where it's just the 10th of the month, it's the 15th of the month, and you feel like, hey, I'm broke. You need most probably your kids have come home with, school fee, or most probably you need to buy items for the house, and you find yourself you're stranded, money is already finished, and you're hoping that okay, the end of the month you come and then salary comes in, and then you find yourself like, yeah, the salary is going to come in, but your almost everything is going to be used up, and you already realize that next month you're going to be in the same situation, and it keeps on happening month over month, and you feel like, man, I'm poor, or I'm broke, or things are not moving. If you find yourself in that scenario, then I would like you to watch the end, because what I'm about sharing with you is extremely important. Okay, so let's ride on. Thank you very much, and you're highly welcome to my channel. My name is Gilbert Kimi. If you're meeting me for the very first time, I'm a money guy. Okay, I have as mission to be able to share with so many persons across Cameroon, Africa, and the world a complete new mindset and thinking. If you're one of those persons who grew up, in a poor family, one of the things we may think that we did not inherit anything, but I'm here to announce to you that we inherited that poverty mindset. So it is my mission through this channel to be able to show you all the different ways by which you can be able to make money, transform your life, and be able to take care of yourself, your family, and your loved ones. Okay? So in this episode today, we are going to be talking about the concept of broke. If you've ever felt like, hey, I'm broke, how can I get rich? Or how you see other persons who are rich and you do envy it, and you're thinking you would like to, be like some of these persons someday, and you don't know how to go about it. I'm here to share with you something today which is going to help us. One of the things which can start moving towards that. But in the very first thing, actually, what is broke? What does that actually mean? And let me begin by sharing with you this word. How did that word come about? The word broke. Actually, it's an Italian word that came from broken bench. In the 16th century, there was, money changer. There's something we're going to be sharing on this channel, forex, forex trading. But there was this guy who, when at any point in time when he could not pay his debts, or people literally came over to his trading bench and they are going to destroy everything, and that is how the word broke came about. So it was actually a broken bench. So how will I transform this to the employee situation? Will be that if you're that person who is living from salary to salary, actually your bench is broken. So you are not just running out of cash, but your system of generating wealth is fractured, And I'm going to be sharing with you, this is really very important. What is the difference between being broke and being poor? This is extremely very important for you to know, because poor actually is a mindset. Being poor is a mindset, while being broke is a temporal situation. Because yes, you could be without money, but once you have that confidence that you can go out there and produce money and produce income, at that point in time you're no longer poor. You are just broke temporarily. So, like being poor is a spirit. It is that person who says, I can't afford it, or money is the root of all evil. When growing up, I don't know if you were told by your parents or in church, that money is the root of all evil. I'm here to announce to you that money is not the item which is evil in itself. It brings out the person in you. So if you are evil or wicked and you have money, it's going to reveal that evil part of you. But if you have a good heart, you have a good spirit of helping people, and you have money, it's going to show that generous part of you. So money brings out that person in you. So being poor is just a mindset. If you grew up in a poor home, and you become an adult, so you inherit that poor mindset. But if you grew up in a rich home and you become an adult, there is a likelihood that you're going to inherit that rich mindset and you have the likelihood of becoming rich. But that is not a guarantee. You could still grow in a rich home and find yourself poor when you become an adult. So being broke, what is it? So if I find myself at the 20th of the month and my kids bring home a bill, a school fee, or a book to be bought, and I don't have money to pay, I'm not poor at that point in time. I'm broke. It's temporal. I may not have money at that point in time, but by the 30th, money will be flowing in. So the idea is, and what I'm going to be showing you in this channel is, how do you protect yourself so that at every point in time you have that inflow? So we may think about money, but I'm here to share with you that your attention should not be on money, but on inflow. Just like as the customer always say, the customer is king. But in the world of money, being broke, being poor, income is the key. So these are some key terms I would like to be sharing with us. So that my idea or my objective over here is to be able to move you from being poor over to being wealthy. The target is being wealthy, and it's really very important that we understand this concept, being broke and being poor. So the warning here is most employees are not broke in a good way. So like one of my mentors always say, it is very important to remain broke, and I'm going to share with you what that actually means. It's a blessing when you don't have liquidity because it inspires you to go out there and work for more to flow in. But here is the challenge with employees is that as an employee, you're not broke in a good way because you are broke because your human capital, the reason why we go to school is to build out this human capital. Your human capital is being rented out for a price that doesn't cover your future. So when you are broke, you're temporarily out of cash, there is nothing else which you find yourself, there's nothing else which you can do in order for money to flow in. But if you are broke and you have the confidence that you can actually walk out into the market, walk into your company and solve problems and money flows in, at that point in time, you're no longer, you are broke now in a good way. So the next thing which I would like to share with you is the 3 M's. So you're going to hear me talking about the 3 M's, which is make, manage, multiply. So I'm going to create a formula on how you can be able, a recipe, I will share with my team member today, like, if you have to prepare rice, if you need to cook, right? You need a recipe on how you're going to move that food from an empty pot to a delicious meal, right? It's the same thing. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a recipe by which you can move from being poor to becoming wealthy. And we are going to be using this philosophy, the 3 M's. So the very first step is making money. You need to make money, so that is the first M. But what is the problem which we face here as employees? That you only have one flow of income. Income is income. So money flowing in. So in the 10x world, 10x, one of my mentors, Grant Cardone, you are dangerously close to zero, because if that job stops, your life stops. So if you're unable to go to work and work, no income comes in. How do you take care of yourself? How do you take care of your wife? How do you take care of your children? How do you take care of your family? So that is the problem in there. So one of the things I'm going to be sharing with us is how do you make income? How do you get your first job? And how do you enlarge? You need to be able to grow that income so that you are able to now save and you're able to invest. We go to the next M, which is manage. So yeah, money comes in. How do you manage that money? Okay. So you realize your salary comes in, you have to pay your landlord, you have to pay the storeman, you have to pay utilities, electricity and water bills, and then before you pay yourself. But you realize that after you've done that, you have no money remaining, you don't even have sufficient to be able to pay all of this. So you realize that, okay, you are managing everyone's wealth, every person's wealth, except your own. So this is extremely important. I'm going to be sharing with you what you can do in order to correct this problem. And finally, the last end, which is the multiply problem, is you think saving in the bank in Douala or in Lagos or anywhere you find yourself is the goal. That is not the goal. The only reason you should save should be to invest. Because saving 100,000 today, 1 year, 2 years after that, the value of that 100,000 today has reduced in 1 year's time or 2 years' time. So you aren't multiplying, you are subtracting. I'm going to be sharing with you one of the highest ways. I'm going to give you this information very free. The very first way, if you're beginning your journey to multiply your money, is to invest in yourself. Because if you are poor, when we spoke about being poor over here, it's a mindset. The very first step to getting rich and getting out of this cycle is to change your mindset. So when we are going to be showing you this, the process of moving from being poor, you will realize that you have two mindset, mental aspects to work on, and just one mechanical part of it. Getting a job, learning new skills, learning a job, getting a job, learning new skills, all of that comes second. You need to be able to change the information which has been stuck in there when you were growing up. So, and that's why any money that is coming in, you need to invest in yourself. Investing that money on yourself is multiplying that money. Okay? So, human capital, this is a term which I'm going to be using because I really want us to understand this. If you're someone who has kids, you need to be asking yourself, what is the reason for going to school? Like, really stop and reflect. How many years did you spend going to school? And really ask yourself, what was the reason for all that? And most probably analyze your financial situation today and be like, what was the reason spending those number of years? Was it worth it with what you're living currently? So my call to action will be, you need to stop looking for a raise if you are really looking towards increasing that income, okay? Because like I was saying, you need to invest in yourself, okay? You need to invest in yourself, and I'm really going to be open with you. Most of these things, I didn't just learn it, it didn't just come into me. What I'm sharing with you today is information which I've learned from very successful people, Grant Cardone, and so many other persons. I've learned how to get paid what you're worth. So if you feel like when you're working and you're not being paid what you're worth, there is a strategy to get that done. How to become a millionaire employee, how to become a boss of your own, and we'll be sharing all of that. So you shouldn't be looking for a raise, you should be looking for value. How can you provide more value to your employer? How can you provide more value to the marketplace? So one of the challenges will be, if you lost your job today, could you walk into, I'm using Akwa here because this is our town where I do live, but can you move into your town and generate 5,000 francs in the next 10 minutes? So if your answer is no, then your human capital, if you spent 19 years going to school, you spent 25 years going to school, and you're unable to move into the marketplace and generate $5,000, $5, $10, then your human capital is undervalued, and you don't know how to sell it. So I'm really just here to announce to you that I am here to help you fix your bench, okay, your broken bench. I'm here to fix your money problems. I would like to be the money specialist at your corner while we move through these. I invite you to check the description below. I'm going to put a link in there to a blog article where you'll be able to fill in a form, and I'm going to send to you a free ebook which is extremely valuable. It's going to tell you, it's going to begin delivering to you the real truth about money. So if you're looking to begin upping your game and moving out from the money problems you're beginning looking, I invite you to grasp that and go through it. So thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe now so that when I release more videos of this sort, you'll be the first to be notified. Kindly turn on your notification button, kindly like the video. This is really going to help the YouTube algorithm so that it can be able to be shown to so many other persons. I'm really on mission to be able to help so many persons. I'm really going to appreciate. Kindly comment and share this. If you know any person who this is going to help, kindly share it and let the person, join us. I'm looking to create a community because, they say 2, 3 persons is better than one. If you're alone working on this, it's going to be challenging, but as a community, we can get this done rapidly. Thank you so much, and see you on the next episode.